Hey everyone, welcome to Coach Cruise. I'm your host Brad, and today, of course, we are talking about these 7 major fails of the new VIFP plan that Carnival has come out with. And this first segment is not to you. No, it is to the elite board members of the Carnival brass, the beards, as John Heald would call them. This is for you. This is not me personally per se. It's paraphrasing the feelings of almost all of your loyal Carnival cruisers. Now, a mistake you've made is you have assumed you are the parent in this analogy I'm about to use, when in fact, you are the child. Okay, because your loyal cruisers have raised you to the point where you're at now. And just like a normal parent, they want to see you succeed. We want to see you succeed because you're our child. We love you. We have been with you all the way. We have had fun with you, and we want you to continue to succeed. You're our child. We raised you. And finally, you got all grown up. And guess what? You forgot about the people who raised you, to the point where if they don't spend enough money in a set amount of time, you basically kick them off the curb. And shame on you for that. And so we're going to get into some of that, these 7 major fails and how you failed your loyal cruisers. And we'll do that.
Cruise Coach! Yeah! You go, I love you, go Cruise!
I just can't get away from a good time.
Coach Cruise, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do.
Okay, so the first fail is not so much specific as it is general, but June 18th, 2025 will go down as Carnival's doomsday if they do not fix this. Now, here's the thing. It's July 1st at the recording of this video. You have said you're listening, and you have said you've given this a year before you're going to unveil it, but you have not gone on record and said we are going to make changes yet. You have not gone on record. You say you're looking at stuff, but you haven't gone on record saying you're making a change. That is a major fail. That should have been put out already, that you are going to make changes from this ridiculously bad plan that you've unveiled for your loyal cruisers. Let's go on to number 2. All right, let's go with the platinum status people. All right, anybody that is platinum, 2 years after your program starts, if you don't spend enough money with Carnival, you get kicked off the curb. Okay, now Carnival, how many of those platinum status people that have worked years to attain that status, how many of them do you think are going to say, you know what, I don't have status anymore with Carnival, they're doing nothing for me, I'm going to go off and find another cruise line that appreciates my business? What percentage of those platinum members that are going to lose status that they worked years to achieve, how many of them do you think are going to stay with you after you've slapped them in the face? That's your second. Okay, here's your third major fail, because you don't account for this at all in your new ridiculous rewards plan. Children that have status. Now, have these children purchased their cruises? Unlikely, no, right? Who's purchased it for them? The parents and the grandparents that care deeply and love them deeply. Why did they do this? Well, why do parents and grandparents save money for their children to go off to college and things like that? They want that for them. They want them to have a better life. They wanted their children to have a high status, so when they got to be of an adult age, they could just start enjoying the perks that came with that status. And guess what? On June 18th, you just rip that away. And, well, unless you make changes, which again, as the recording of this date, you have said you're not going to make changes, or you haven't said you're going to make changes. If you said you were going to make changes, that's good enough. At least we know some changes are coming. But you haven't even done that. You haven't even done that at the recording of this video. And you have all of these children that earn their status because of their loving parents and grandparents that spend all this extra money and probably booked extra cruises so their children could earn this status, and you ripped it away from them. That is your third. And since we're on that topic of children, let's go to number 4. Because what happens to children? They get older. And when they get older, what do they become? They become adults. And guess what? If you're an adult and you're with a cruise line and you have a platinum or a diamond status, so you already know you're kind of somewhat a VIP with that particular cruise line. What cruise line do you think you'll go to? I think I would go to the one where I was a VIP. But you, once again, ripped that away. So you screwed yourself, Carnival. You honestly, it's amazing how stupid this plan and how little thought went into this plan. It was solely about greed. And your greed corrupted your mind to the point where you're going to lose so much more money in the future just because you couldn't show a little loyalty to your primary base. And once again, these young children are going to grow up and be adults. And because they don't have that status, well, it's a level playing field for all the cruise lines. So they're going to look at all of the cruise lines equally. And yes, all the cruise lines have water slides and things like that and fun things to do for families. So yeah, they're not going to be held by some status that they don't have. So that is your 4th fail, Carnival. How about we get to work on fixing it and actually state in writing that changes are coming? Give us that at least. Give us that so we know you're not going to sit on your hands and say, well, right, this is the way it is. 5th major fail of Carnival's new plan. Now, Christine Duffy released a statement in which she said, the most loyal cruisers, the diamond cruisers, that is with Carnival, well, they're going to get special treatment. Instead of the 2-year probationary period, like all the other levels, the diamond members are going to get a 6-year probationary period. Now, the problem with this 6-year probationary period is much like the others. If you don't spend enough money and earn enough points within the time frame, once your probationary period ends, you get tossed to the bottom like trash, right? The people that built your company, the most loyal cruisers you've had, some that have been with you for decades, that have saved their hard-earned money, worked hard so they could take a couple cruises a year with you, over the years, slowly have built up to the point where they become diamond. And you've said in this opening plan that after 6 years, if they don't earn enough points, they don't get to stay diamond, even though they have been your most loyal cruisers and built your company. What a colossal fail. Because of all of those loyal cruisers, we get to our 6th major fail. And what have all those loyal cruisers enabled you to do? It's enabled you to order a whole bunch of brand new ships that are on their way. You went from the XL class, which is currently your biggest ship, and you said, you know what, that's not big enough. We got so many loyal cruisers that have built this company and put so much money to us, given so much money, that we're just going to keep making more money. So we're going to order even bigger ships, the Ace class, right? Well, guess what, Carnival? Here is your 6th major fail, because you are set to lose thousands and thousands and thousands, and they're going to keep on dropping like flies when their probationary periods end and they don't match the same class that they're at. And they're going to go to other cruise lines. In fact, many of them already have. They're already leaving in droves. Okay? I know because they tell me. Look in the comments. Read the hundreds, if not thousands of comments across the several videos covering this topic to see how many people have left and how many would have already left if you wouldn't have forced them to lose deposits and the money they put down on their cruises. They are mad. We are mad because, again, you've shown no loyalty to the very customers that allowed you to buy those new ships, the very customers that you're expecting to get on those ships in the future. But what you failed to understand is that you've upset all of those loyal cruisers, and those loyal cruisers don't trust you anymore. You have to do something to earn back that trust. And right now, once again, I'll keep repeating it until it makes sense. Release a statement saying changes are coming. Don't release a statement saying, well, we did this a year in advance so we could think about something, blah, blah, blah. Actually say you're going to make changes. Give everybody out here some hope that you're going to do the right thing, that you're going to fix this horrible plan. And it's not just a horrible plan for your loyal cruiser, it's a horrible plan for you. Do you know how many millions, if not billions of dollars you're going to lose from all of the loyal customers that are fed up with the crap, from you being greedy, from the greedy corporate bigwigs at the high table? Now, make no mistake, none of us, I would say almost none of us, are unhappy with the service we get on Carnival ships. The crew of every ship is amazing. You need to follow in line with your crew. If your crew would have made this plan, it wouldn't have been a damn train wreck, okay? You need to get in touch with your base and understand what we love about cruising and what we love about Carnival and how you screwed this up so bad. Read the comments, understand your base, and then figure out how to fix it. And just tell us that you're fixing it. Don't tell us there's not going to be any changes. Don't tell us you're listening. Don't tell us you're going to look at it. Tell us changes are coming and then work it out. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll allow you to take the time to make sure you get it right this time. And if you need a consultant, I'll help you out. I'll help you out with the input of the thousands of coach cruisers and other people like myself. And just, yeah, do that. Do that so you make sure you get it right this time. Let's go on to your final fail for this segment. There's more than one, but we'll say the top 7 fails. Let's get to the next one. Your 7th biggest fail, Carnival. All right. Now, Christine Duffy, when she came out with this statement, she had said that it's too difficult to provide the growing number of loyal cruisers with the perks or benefits, right? Aside from priority boarding, which I think most of us understood, even though you're still banking on Faster to the Fun and charging people close to $200 to get on the ship earlier. Rather than getting rid of that, you say you can't accommodate. Well, you could accommodate a lot more if you got rid of Faster to the Fun. But no. That's a moneymaker. So you can't do that. All right, so even if you put that aside, what is it that you're giving your loyal cruisers that you just can't meet anymore? Is it the reduced laundry, right? Is that what you can't give anymore? Please explain what you can't provide them because of the growth, right? I got an idea. You know, if the laundry is your concern, buy some more laundry machines. Hire a few more people to do laundry. Boom, problem solved. We fixed it. Okay? Yeah, because most of us think, well, when you said that, what do we think?
A bullshit.
Yeah, that's what we think. That's what we thought. Okay, don't tell us that because that's BS, right? It really is. I mean, the priority boarding we get, but to tell us that you can't be loyal to your cruisers, that your cruisers can't stay loyal unless they spend a certain amount of money over a certain time frame. That is just pathetic, okay? And we're not here for that. As a matter of fact, many of your cruisers have already left, as I've said, and many are planning on leaving once their cruises being booked are done, and the ones that they've paid for. And again, look through the comments on my channel. I invite you to do so, and you'll see. And there's going to be plenty more comments for this particular video, and you're going to see that 95% of the comments are in favor of what I'm saying. This is not me. This is not Coach Cruz yelling at Carnival. This is a culmination of all the questions and comments, the hundreds, if not thousands of questions and comments that I've gotten from my viewers regarding you. And these just happen to be the 7 biggest fails that have been mentioned from not just me, but from all your loyal cruisers, Carnival. So this video is for you, beards. How about we get it right this time? And once again, do us all a favor. Do yourself a favor before more people jump the Carnival ship for other cruise lines, and just release a statement saying changes are coming. Bear with us, but changes are coming to this current plan that we put in as it speaks. And that's going to give us all hope. That will give us hope that, okay, well, you know, maybe they're going to fix this. And you know what? If you could go a little further in that, I would say that there's going to be no probationary periods for loyal status members. And once you earn your status, you keep your status. Now, here's what we were prepared for. So I think you can do this without upsetting too many people. Either add some levels, or you can raise the days of some of these levels. If they're reaching these levels, if your loyal cruisers are reaching these levels too fast, which is a great thing for you because it means you're making money. But if it doesn't allow you to fulfill some of your obligations in terms of perks and things like that, well, raise the days. Raise the days, or add a level on top of diamond, or add a level before diamond, in between platinum. Do whatever you need to do to make it work, but do not take away people's status, and do not take away any more perks than you've already taken away, because you've already gone super cheap and greedy on that. And I mean, what's left is not much anyway. And then you're saying after your probationary period, you're not even going to get that unless you've spent a certain amount of money. So that's pathetic. So let's start there, Carnival. I think you can do it. We still love you, but we're starting to think about leaving you, right? We're starting to. We're hoping you get this right, okay? Once again, we brought you up. We had fun with you as you've grown up. And now that you're becoming a big dog, we want to stay with you. We want you to be our team. But you got a lot to learn still. So let's hope you've done it to this point. All right, that's all I got, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please, please, please blow up these comments. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you something to put in the comments. If you can't think of anything to say, or somebody says it better than you, hashtag my loyalty matters. Hashtag my loyalty matters. If you can at least put that in the comments, okay, to show Carnival that in fact your loyalty does matter, and that it better matter to them. And hopefully the beards will watch this video in full and see, like, yeah, you know what? Everybody agrees. And I know more than 95% of you do, because in the comments you've left in all the other videos, it was more than 95% were screaming that, yeah, this is baloney or BS. So again, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Happy cruising, and we'll see you out there.